Hey y'all, so today I will be installing this pre-cut wig and just showing y'all the ropes of how I learned to do installs. And first you're going to need your shears, but right now I was just using them to cut excess lace I may have missed around the edges because like I said, this was pre-cut and I've wore it before. So just gathering her together and we are good to go. Period. So the next step, I was being lazy. I did not want to braid my thick hair down. It needed to be washed anyway. So I just threw it in a little low bun. Sometimes I do just, a low puff, low bun. It doesn't matter. When I do the puff, I just tuck it under the wig and HD cap. But either way it go, you can't even tell it's a bun or a ponytail back there because my installs give seamless. So we got my little bun in the back. Now I'm going to grab my olive oil wig grip gel. I love it so much, but I use this to put my edges back, and you just use a pea size. I mean, you could use bigger, but I just go in sections at a time. And sometimes I blow dry the sections just to make sure that my edges are slicked back, and I do not glue them, even though I use a cap. But lace glue is very strong depending on what you use. So if you're not slicking your edges back and gluing your edges, then yeah, that's not gonna be pretty. That's all I can say. But yeah, I'm just moving in sections with slicking my edges back. And with that, I use a edge brush, a double-sided edge brush. One side is kind of a comb and the other side is the brush. But I use that to help push them back even further. But this time I just used my single edge brush because it has thicker bristles. But the double-sided edge brush, I use that more to create my baby hairs, especially the comb part. But now I'm just going to blow dry my edges. Like I said, sometimes I blow dry them to seal the deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, other times I just go ahead, move on. So yeah, just blow dry those edges, babies. See how those edges looking pushed back, slicked. But you want that slicked effect because, like I said, you do not want lace glue in your edges. It's not gonna be pretty, trust me. Yes. So now I have my HD cap. I got these from Skylar. They're literally the best. I love them. Like, it's giving that pantyhose texture, which is good because the thinner, the better. So now I am just applying the wig cap, fitting it to my head and all that good stuff. And the first thing you want to do after putting your HD cap on is using those shears you had to cut ear holes into the cap. And what this does is helps the cap lay more flat once you add the glue. Because one thing I was doing wrong when I was learning how to install wigs was not cutting the ear holes out. So I'm wondering why the ear tabs wouldn't stay down when I'm trying to install a wig. Like, that was so annoying to me. But yeah, anywho, now we're moving on to our even lace glue. Preferably, I always use the red lace glue, but you know, in place of spritz, I use the black can, because there's a red can and a black can, red bottle. I'm not sure if there's a black bottle because I've never used it. But anywho, you want to add 3 layers. Now, when I'm in a rush to install a wig, I may add 1 to 2. I really think it's, you know, it's depending on how much pressure you're putting when you melt the lace. That really determines the hold plus the glue. But let me tell y'all, Almighty Bond sucks. It's not by Eben, it's by another brand. I think it's Kiss, but that it sucks, like literally. I was being lazy again, and I used the end of a least used edge brush and just kind of rubbed that first layer in. But like I said, you want to do 3 layers. I was going out, so I made sure to do all 3 of my layers so nothing would lift or sweat out. And I'm sorry I got this mirror in y'all face. I'm blind. I can't do nothing without my glasses. But anywho, you want to blow dry after each layer. I really should have sped this part up because we gotta really get into the install, give y'all all the details into, you know what I mean? But like I said, just blow dry after each layer. Now you want to cut that excess cap that you don't need. And I put my glasses on since everything was dry, you know, nothing would get stuck or anything. But you want to make sure that line of glue you're placing is just maybe a 1/2 inch away from your hairline. So once everything dries and you get to cutting, the cap is laying just a 1/2 inch away from your hairline, not on your hairline, but in front of your hairline is what I should say, in case anybody doesn't know. Just finishing cutting the excess cap, and look how the ear tabs are laying. I could not figure it out for the life of me, but now I have it. So you want to cut under the ears as well. Yep, look at that. It gave bald cap. Bald cap? Yeah. And what I was doing, I was just looking around for my makeup I was going to use on the cap. You want to put a little makeup on the cap and the wig lace just to give it that realistic added scalp effect. I'm weird. Yes, I was smelling the makeup, but you want to use some powder makeup for both the wig and the cap, and you just put it in the area that the wig is going to be sitting. You don't have to go all the way to the back of your neck or on the whole wig. I'm sorry, whole cap. I mean, you could do it on the whole wig, but the whole cap isn't necessary. Just finish adding that makeup. You see how it's looking even more like scalp because you're adding that brownish, you know, makeup tint. Now, excess lace is cut. So you're going to kind of use the wig to measure. And if you know that you have laid the wig correctly, you know, it won't look like you don't have a forehead. But you can cut the lace into 3 pieces if it's a new wig, just to have those flaps to use for placement. But I kind of think of myself as something of a lace god, so I have never really used the 3 flaps method. I plan on using it though, just to see, if there's any new techniques I may have been missing out on. Not even new techniques, just techniques period. Like, you can never learn too much, So anywho, like I said, there's a black can of that same brand of lace bonder, and I use that in place of like spritz. I mean, you could spray a little on your finger or directly on the lace. Now, I will say directly on the lace kind of makes me itch. I don't know if that's just me. It probably is, but you can spray a little bit on your finger too, just to kind of press the lace in there, and then you get your melting band, tie it. Yeah, y'all see it, but tie it tie it down. And like I said, adding that maximum pressure when melting really helps. I don't even let my melting band go. I just hold it for a few seconds. Yep, hold it and hold it, hold it and hold it. I don't really like letting it go because I feel like that's not going to give me that maximum melt effect. And I need that because I need my lace to give butter every time. You feel me? Just a few more seconds. Just a few more seconds.
A few moments later.
Yep. And don't mind my nails. I'm gonna do them one day. I just keep putting it off because I be so busy, y'all. Like, whew. I had to have a night to myself, So now I am taking off the melting band. And I'm kind of cutting my head off right now, but I'm going to eventually show how that melt turned out. And the way I do my baby hairs, they will always be like in place, no matter if I take the wig off, snatch it off, it doesn't matter. Those baby hairs will still be in place. Sometimes I use mousse, but for the most part, I use that olive oil gel. And here is that double-sided edge brush I was talking about. I use the comb side, which is shown, to create my baby hairs and give them that, nice swoop. But yes, I use the olive oil gel for my baby hairs, and I feel like that's what gives it that nice hold, no matter if the wig is on your head or not. Like, yes, this is a game changer, and it's like no more than $5. You can find it in Walmart, Target, hair store. Yeah, game changer, like I said. But yeah, what I'm doing, I am creating my baby hair swoops with that comb side of the edge brush. I really wish I didn't cut it out, but I can always do another install video. Y'all know, if y'all want it, I got you, period. So yeah, just styling those edges, fixing them up. And once I'm done with my baby hairs and I like how, they're looking, I'll get a black strip and tie them down. But I don't hold the black strip like I would with the melting band, because all you really need is for your baby hairs to dry and you're good to go. And you can even like comb up the dry baby hairs to give them the fluffy baby hair effect. And look how the lace is giving. All I need to do is just hot comb the front pieces down, and that lace is going to be giving butter. Like, yes. Yes, ma'am. I just flat ironed it afterwards, but you need your wax stick before you apply the hot comb unless you want dry, crunchy wig hair. So you just apply it to both sides or wherever you want your wig to be the flattest. But that's primarily in that area I applied it. Just straighten it up a little bit. I was just plugging up my hot comb. I got my hot comb for $15 at a hair store, and it's going on like 2 years that I've had it, and it just works miracles 2 years later still. I love that for me. But yes, check the install.